What's up, good people? Get it in here, man. You asked for it. You asked for it. And it's back. It's here. Get it in here. Get ready to talk about A Train Live, the experience. I'm sorry, A Train Live, the VIP experience. What up, Tara? Shout out to Denise. Got the breaking news. The breaking news of A Train Live, the VIP experience, with COVID restrictions and COVID protocols in place. Everybody share this video. And then it's an intimate setting. So with limited seating. What up, Big O? Shout out to DJ Oxygen in the building. That's right. Get it in here. A Train Live, the experience. I'm sorry. A Train Live, the VIP experience. I'm so excited too. Y'all been hitting us up in our inbox. People been emailing us, texting us. When the next A Train Live gonna be? When the next A Train Live gonna be? We appreciate y'all for trying to look out for our safety, but when the next show gonna be? So we were able to.
We need some reprieve.
Yeah, so we were able to put something together and make sure that it was beneficial to all who are involved, not just the ones who are coming to attend the show, but the ones who were going to be on the show, serving the show, and just a nice, safe environment and a safe experience. What's up, John Quill? Got Renique on here. What up, family?
Hello.
Who is that? Oh, what's up, Trail? They go Trail Edwards, babe.
Hello.
Trail, tell my boy Chris I say what's up, man. So, babe, you want to share with the people, go into the details, because you know you're more detail oriented than I am. I just tell them, hey man, here's what it is and what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you have the middle pieces.
Certainly.
You have the middle pieces that people need to hear about. Big O talking about intimate setting. Yeah.
So yes. So as you know, our shows are normally huge. We go over the top with our shows, and there's so much happening at once at our shows. We have 2 rooms going at the same time. You got a DJ here, DJ there.
Share this video.
You got a live band. You got vendors in the marketplace, and you got concessions going on, and you got food happening. You got a bar happening. There's mixing. There's mingling. There's networking. There's all this stuff that's going on. And then there's the show, and we run anywhere from 300 to 400 people, at any given time.
What's up, Edith? Edith say Team A Train. Go ahead, baby.
Well, since COVID, none of that is possible. All of that got shut down, and we've canceled a few shows, and we were just sitting tight and not really knowing what to do or where this pandemic was going to go or what was going to happen with it. And our first and foremost concern was making sure that everyone stayed healthy and not putting anyone in danger. So, as life goes on, people are figuring out how to maneuver, how to handle this new normal.
Since y'all ain't gonna sit your behind down anyway, basically, I'll go ahead. That's the inside voice interpretation. But go ahead, you said it right, babe. Since the new norm and everything, tell them, babe. I'll be the Moncrief alter ego version interpreter on your politically correct statements. Go ahead, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that we have kind of figured out how to maneuver.
Yes, Mike Watt Jr., you can share this on your page and your platforms. Go ahead, babe.
And because so many people have been asking, we were kind of forced to figure out, what we could do to bring enjoyment back to the city.
Yeah. What up, Reese? What up, Brian? Brian's so silly. So go ahead, baby. Break that good news. Come on, tell them the good news, baby. Tell them what we're doing.
I'm really trying here.
Come on, you're doing good. You're doing good.
So we have launched a series of smaller events.
Smaller events.
So we're launching beginning November 28th.
Right there at your screen. Right there at your screen.
A-Train Live, the VIP experience. So a couple things. It's a lot different from what we normally do. It is a much more scaled down, scaled back show because we can't have as many people in one space. And so we really went through the practice of figuring out how we could do a quality show and what can we bring to the people that is smaller but can rival what we have done in the past. And we think we have come up with a plan. So we are going to do A-Train Live, the VIP experience.
The VIP experience, baby.
Where everyone is VIP.
This is really true. Go ahead.
It really is true.
Yeah, it's really true.
So we have limited seating. A couple of things we're doing. Of course, all COVID protocols are strictly enforced.
Yes.
It is mask mandatory.
Temperature check at the door.
Temperature checks at the door.
Right.
Social distancing enforced.
If your temperature is above 99.6, if it's 99.5, looking like a radio channel, listen. Go ahead and do about face and just go back to your car. Appreciate you coming out, but
so we realized normal body temperatures anywhere from 97.6 to 98.6, and it just depends. Like my temperature is normally my temperature is like 97.
Because you hot, baby. You hot.
My temperature is like
you hot, baby.
97.3.
Because you hot, baby. You
at
hot.
all times.
You hot. What does my phone? What's my name in my phone for you? What does it say?
Smoking hot wife.
Smoking hot wife.
But no, my temperature is a little under what normal people's temperature are consistently. And I do realize that there are fluctuations.
Yeah.
And I know that a 98.9 or a 99 might be normal for someone else.
Right. It depends on.
But one whole point over what the regulated norm is, you won't be able to.
Yeah, so it depends on where some of y'all will park, because we know some people who are like plus size, they park far away and they walk.
We're not going to do that.
But if it take them a minute to walk, and then they're tired and they huffing and puffing, then we scan them and their temperature's up because they've been walking.
My apologies. Y'all know I don't like, and every time I say I will go live with you, comes the moment that I regret it.
I'm trying to get them tips on how to keep their temperature down. Get good parking so you don't have to walk way across the parking lot, get to the door huffing and puffing, sweating and all that. Now you got to go home because you in COVID scare temperature. And you really don't have COVID. It's just that you park far.
Listen, I'm so ready to get this back on the stage, so I don't have to deal with it in my house. This is my you need to get somewhere to get this out of your system, because.
Oh my God. Tell her, Reese, I'm just giving tips. I'm trying to help people keep the temperature down.
John Quill say, I've been having hot flashes. It's not COVID. We want to try to take that into consideration as well. Anyway, so COVID protocols in place, mask mandatory, social distancing strictly enforced.
Yeah.
And here is something else that we're doing for our patrons. We are not selling any individual seats.
No individual seats.
We are selling tables only.
Tables only.
And here is why. For the safety of our participants, it gives you the privilege of selecting with confidence who you want sitting at your table, as opposed to us pairing you with strangers. You may not be comfortable with.
Yeah.
So
Because I'm gonna tell you how they're doing it up here in Atlanta. There's a club up here in Atlanta where, like, I literally saw a group of people walk up to someone at a table and ask them, "Hey, man, are these 3 seats available?" You know, and dude like, "Yeah, go ahead, y'all good." They don't know each other. Listen to me.
I'm like, what? Oh, absolutely.
They don't know each other.
You
They
don't
just
know what
sat
the
down.
person has been. You don't know who they've been around. You
Listen.
don't know if they're sick. Like, you don't.
So they done sat to a table
Won't be able to
for
do
over an hour with somebody they don't know.
Won't be able to do
laughing, ain't no mask, mouth wide open, clacking and haggling.
No,
listen,
ma'am, and
yeah,
no, sir.
Yeah, man, I
Won't
saw
be
it.
able to
So
do
we,
it.
so we,
So we
we're
have
not
taken
doing
all
that.
of these type things into consideration. So now, but it's simple. It's simple. You just get 3 of your family members or 3 of your best friends that you trust. You guys pitch in together.
Look at Big O.
You're gonna be under quarantine from the time you hit the city, sir. I'm gonna lock you down, because for other reasons besides COVID, but you're gonna be locked down. So just get 3 of your favorite folks, and you guys go in together to get a table, and you will be assigned your table together.
Yeah.
And the tables are socially distanced. So let me say this.
So what comes with that table?
There are a few. Should I tell them the number? Trust me when I say seats are limited.
Yeah.
Trust me when I say
because
seats are
the
limited.
venue only allow us.
Trust me when I say there are only a few tables.
And you know how these shows sell out. So that's all I'm gonna say.
And I can say considering how many we have, there's a considerable percentage of those tables already gone.
Yeah.
So I would say,
like
if
a third.
you plan to participate, I will go ahead and jump on it. There are a few tables. This is limited. This is exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive rights, and you'll understand why that is so awesome in a minute. So, Marquita, to your question, the answer is in Jax. Of course, A-Train Live the Experience in Jax. We're going to be there with you guys like we always are.
We were looking at doing some stuff.
We're not getting into that. So, Jacksonville, and here's the thing. So, it's limited seating. Yeah. Okay. Only a few tables. Pick your table mates. Yeah. That's entirely on you. You don't have to be worried about being, bombarded by strangers. So here's some other things that we have for you guys.
Baby ain't playing with this COVID.
Oh, listen. I've been in the house since March. I just want y'all to know. I just started coming out beyond the grocery store.
We were out today for lunch, and she was like, "Why we couldn't find parking
space?" I'm like, "What are they doing?"
Lenox Mall parking lot is. You just got to sit in the parking lot and wait for somebody to be walking to their car, you know what I'm saying? Or do, like ballet or whatever. But, yeah, people are out and about. So, baby,
I want to get to all the VIP experience entails, because I'm pretty excited about this. So, in addition to the benefit of, that's what it is. You have to purchase the whole table, Mike. So, what happens is, you purchase a table and you put whoever you want to put at your table. Right. Tickets are available now only at comedianatrain.com. So you go on.
They go to the website right there for the tickets.
Yeah, comedianatrain.com. Go to A-Train Live Experience page. You just purchase the table outright because there's only one purchase. There's not individual. So when you make your purchase, it's for 4 seats. Right. You put whoever you want to put at your table, and I'm just saying you can buy it. That's completely on you, or you can have people chip in. Yeah. Pay you back. However y'all want to do it. Just know there's only one purchase for 4 seats. That's the point. Now you can purchase how many tables you want as long as supplies last. But what I'm saying is there are no individual seats available, tables only. So let's get to the awesomeness of what's about to happen. Y'all know this wasn't going to work for me until I could give you more than you paid for. Y'all already know how we do. We always try to go overboard, above and beyond. How can we truly make this great? It's such a scaled down event. It is a tremendously scaled down event. Yeah. Of course, the funny is going to be as big as it has ever been. You know that part. Right. But here's some things that we're doing. In addition to the benefit of choosing your table mates, you get an intimate live studio audience feeling. The show will be streamed, but it's also going to be recorded for future production. So we really have like a production type thing going on, whether that's going to be for
like a taping.
Yeah, it's going to be a taping. So you basically are going to be a part of a live taping. In addition to that, drum roll, please. Guess what? Food and beverage is included. Food and beverage is included.
Included in your purchase.
So here's what will happen. When you check in, okay, you got to check in.
And that beverage is for adults and... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Because you remember the part where you told me to do it?
I'm just chiming in with you, baby.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to get through this. Okay, so you will check in. Upon check-in, you will be given your individually prepackaged food. Right. This prevents you from having to stand in line, waiting on your food to be prepared, and the exchange of money, hands, and exchange of conversation. We're not doing any of that.
Rona free, baby. Rona free.
Pick up your package, go have a seat, and everybody sit down. No roaming around, walking around, mask on. We're trying to keep this thing right, okay? And we want everybody protected, everyone cared for. Drinks are on us. You will have an adult
bottle.
And an adult pretend bottle.
And you have a Baptist bottle.
You're going to have a Baptist bottle. So there'll be alcoholic, non-alcoholic beverage on the table, bottle service for every table. In addition to that, joining us, I mean, we're not going to have vendors. We won't have our marketplace. But there are very few things we do without Reese Chandler in the icy spot.
Right. You gotta have
he's just a staple.
Right.
Like everything we do.
Right.
So the icy spot will be in the building in a designated location for purchase. So he'll have his cash bar available. So in addition to...
That's for the people who want a little brown liquor, want that little Ciroc or that Apple Crown Royal, all y'all kind of people. We're going to let Reese take care of y'all with the ices and that little extra scissor that y'all like to put in them ices.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
You know.
Nonetheless, we got you covered on food and beverage. So you really are going to just come in, check in, pick up, have a seat, and you're taking care and enjoy the show.
Yeah. And we're doing 2 shows. We have a 7:30 show.
So we've set this up similar to
Comedy Club.
The Comedy Club, how the comedy clubs do. So typically, what's going to happen going forward is we'll have a full weekend. So we'll do 3 shows.
We'll have a show on Friday night and then 2 shows on Saturday night. But starting out on November 28th, we're just starting out on that one night, which is Saturday, and we're going to have 2 shows. But then after that, when we get into our normal schedule, it's going to be like full weekends like a comedy club. Show on Friday night and 2 shows on Saturday night. And we're going to do that through this little wave of COVID, you know what I'm saying?
It is an intimate setting.
Right.
So to give you an idea.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, please do not call me. Don't call me because the table's going to be gone. And this is different from when our shows used to sell out and people would call and say, oh man, we would try to figure out to the best of our ability of how to open stuff up or sell more things. We simply will not be able to do that with this. When the tables are gone, the tables are gone.
So of course she had to log off for a few. How many seats are at the table?
4 seats at a table.
4 seats at a table.
Right. And you can just buy them outright. you know,
and have your friends
put whoever you
reimburse
want to
you
put
or
there,
whatever.
or you could have people chip in and however. But it's one sale for 4 seats. So to give you an idea of exactly how limited these seats are, we will be doing 3 shows in a weekend, 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and those numbers collectively still don't come up to the numbers of our regular A Train Live Day experience.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
So,
to give you a mental picture of how intimate these shows really are and how limited these seats are. So don't play around with them. Right.
It's going to be fun, though.
Yeah. So starting out.
really put a lot into figuring this out.
So starting out November 28th.
So now let me tell you this. When you go to the website, I know y'all love us and everything, and I know y'all trust us, but please read. There's a lot to read. The COVID guidelines are there. There's a consumer warning there. There's information about the show, the setup, the line. It's a lot. It's a lot to read on the website. And then once you click in, go into the portal to purchase your tickets. There's some information there. Some of that information is duplicated, but we just had to cover all bases. I know it's a lot, but please read.
Yeah. And then, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
And also, in addition to that, those of you who are out of town, you know what I'm saying, or maybe in town and you miss out on the tables, or
you miss out on the tables, or you still have concerns about coming out.
Yeah, concerns about coming out. There's a link available on the website for you
for the virtual stream.
Where you can watch the show, via stream. So, and that information is there as well. So my point is, it took us up until like now to really sort out these logistics on how to
I went to bed at 4:00 this morning.
Yeah.
And we've been working on it.
Yeah. So for months.
Trying to make sure everything was.
Yeah. So for months, literally, we've been trying to find out the best way possible to do this thing and trying to see what this COVID environment is looking like when outside is going to be open. Because I don't know if some of you know, people are out and about working. You got some restaurants open or whatever. But as far as like the entertainment world, the comedy world, like the city of Jacksonville is not having, there are no avenues available for us to do our show.
Entertainment. So entertainment. Let me add a little bit of clarity and balance. A couple of things. And I didn't even know we were going to get into this, but I'm going to say it anyway. So we sit in a very unique spot. Not only are we giggers, pay per gig, but we are also employers, contractors, meaning a lot of comedians in the business, not only that, comedians, DJs, bands, like gig people look to us for a payday, like for an opportunity to gig, to work. So we have really, really been talking about this and thinking about this. For the normal world, things have been forced open because it's not that things are better in the world, but it's just the government is not taking care of anybody. They're not paying you to sit home. Fortunately, there are a lot of people who have been able to work from home, but there are a lot of people who have been forced back into the workforce who just don't have a choice.
Right.
But for giggers, if you're not essential, like he's a headliner on a cruise ship. Cruise ship's not up and running because they're still adhering to, we're in a pandemic. Comedy clubs, there are a lot of comedy clubs that are closed for good. They're not reopening. So that's lost wages for giggers, for comedians. The majority of the clubs across the country are not open. It's not essential. There are a handful here and there that are functioning. But then as you can imagine, that's a handful, and there are far more comedians than they are the number of clubs that can book dates.
Right.
So there's that. And then Jacksonville, particularly, unless you are an independent entertainer, like our buddy Gene.com, y'all know he stayed doing his thing. Unless you can generate your own situation, there's not a lot that the city is offering in terms of entertainment. Comedy Zone is still not open, and we don't know when they're going to open.
The one right there off San Jose Boulevard.
We have gotten calls that say, we're ready to book you guys, but we don't know anything. So as soon as we're open, as soon as we can do X, Y, Z, we'll let you know. Well, in the meantime, as a gigger, what do you think? As Bob said, you don't work, you don't eat. So you're in a position of having to figure something out. But our situation is even more unique in the sense that we are a part of the engine that keeps things rolling for other people.
Right.
Like people want to do business with A-Train Productions. I hate that I can't bring my vendors on. Our vendors, that's an opportunity. That's a payday for them. I hate that I can't bring our food vendors, and that's an opportunity for them to get paid. We are still working out how to have a band doing this. We don't know what it's gonna look like, but that's our band, our DJ. That's a gig opportunity. When we book comics, those are gig opportunities. So a part of us also wanted to do this so we can get back in a position of helping other people truck along as well. Although we can't do it on as large a scale,
right? We're
like, we need to find a happy medium here. We need to find some kind of balance.
Right.
So that's another reason why we decided to move forward with this. And in addition to the fact that we miss y'all,
right,
and so many people have been asking us. So we're going to try this, and it's just going to be, like we said, a mini series, and we're going to see how it goes, see how it flows, and if it seems to work out, we'll probably do this all of 2021.
So you already know, the brand, the quality of shows that we put out. That I'm proud to say we were able to allow it to be maintained. You know what I'm saying? We just condensed things because of the CDC, restrictions. But so spread the word, man. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
This is the show here. Mark your calendars, man. And if you want to know where to get tickets, of course, you can go to the website, comedianatrain.com. You can actually click on the photo that you see here. It'll be on the website, or you can just go to the top right-hand corner of the website, click those 3 lines, and then it'll open up a drop-down menu, and you'll see A-Train Live The Experience. Click on that link, and it'll take you directly to where you can have all of your questions answered about the show, as well as purchase your tickets, whether it is to view it via stream or to get your table. And so that's coming up November 28th.
Mm-hmm. And joining us is comedian Antoine Murphy.
Yes.
We just thought that it was fitting to open this show with Antoine. That's pretty much where we
Well, we ended last year.
We left off last
year. A whole year.
It's been a year.
A whole year.
And so what's interesting is he was a featured comic. He featured for Barbara Carlisle. And when his set was done, people were like, "Oh man, we wish he could have did more." And people were asking us,
I wish he was up longer, man.
And Antoine is hilarious.
That's my dude. Shout out to Antoine Murphy.
He really is our guy. We love him. He is an awesome guy. Phenomenal comic. I'm gonna tell you how funny I think he is and how much I trust him. And I just got off the phone with somebody having to turn down a gig for them. Anytime he can't do a gig, I always pick him.
I can't see your hand.
Oh. Anytime A-Train is not available, there are a couple of comics we have in mind, which is not an obligation of ours. If he can't do it, he can't do it. But Antoine is normally at the top of the list I automatically pitch him, and he doesn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call him and say, hey, I got a gig for you. Can you do X, such and such day? Because I trust him, and I trust him to stand in the place of comedian A-Train. So that lets you know how funny I think he is, and how protective I think he is of our brand. He ain't gonna get out there crazy and embarrass us. So, funny guy. We're so excited to have him kick things off for us, and it's just gonna be a good time. I gotta figure out a.
Look at this. Look at this. Who is that? Edith. Edith says she already reserved her table.
There it is.
Yeah.
And y'all know we always got a couple of little tricks up our sleeves that we can slide in here and there. So we're gonna figure out how to give you the absolute most. That's how we do it. We're never trying to get anything from you. Always trying to get something to you, and that's just how we roll.
Yeah, I'm here to serve you guys as best as I can with the level of not just the level, but like just from my world as a comedian, and from the standpoint of me loving my city and loving the fact that you guys have supported me from day one. I'm gonna make it my business. I told y'all that in a post a couple weeks ago. I don't care how big I get. I don't care how small I get. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always throw quality shows to the home front, to my city, because this is just where my heart is. You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to Marquita's question: is it in Jackson or Atlanta? I'm trying to tell you right now, it doesn't matter where we are in this country. We're gonna always come home for A-Train Live. You can believe that. And we had so many plans for him coming in. We couldn't wait for 2020 to get here. Yeah. We had so many plans and so many things lined up, and we were in a position to really just skyrocket him and take him to the next level. And we said, even if he gets to the comedic rock star level, it's kind of like what Dave Chappelle does. Dave Chappelle went to his little small hometown right outside of Dayton, Ohio, and he does comedy shows in his backyard. Yeah. He walks around the neighborhood and goes to the corner store. And so it's really a situation of that type of hometown love where it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. It's going to be an A-Train Live Day experience in Duval.
So I'm excited about this show, like real talk, because we were trying to get it launched earlier in this month, like November 6th and 7th, I believe. But then due to, family situations and just the rhythm of things, it's like, now we better try to flow with, the unforced rhythms of grace. And
so you guys know my cousin passed away.
Yeah.
That jacked me up.
Yeah.
And I had so many and it was COVID related. And that's another thing, that's another thing that really has kept us from doing. Like, I don't have a desire to, put anybody in any kind of jeopardy in that kind of situation. Yeah. He had it earlier in the year, like I think in the summer, in June or so. Had gotten better, was functioning, was, doing stuff out and about, all of that, but continued to have issues here and there. And we were noticing that he kept having to go back to the hospital, breathing treatments and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that really messed me up, and we had so much going on.
And this is him at the last show of A-Train Live Experience.
We had so much going on that I had to make a decision that I had to let something go. I couldn't plan this show during that time. Yeah. But I want to say this to you who frequent A-Train Live. I hadn't formally addressed this, although you may have seen some pictures, but you can put that picture back up, babe. This is Musa Mart. This is my cousin that owns Musa Mart, who runs Musa Mart, who was the concessions at A-Train Live The Experience.
And these photos were at the show here. This
was the last show that he did.
That might have been the first one. I think this might have been the first one.
It may have been, but I couldn't wrap my brain around it, and I and I just could not plan a show with. So anyway, you understand. So we're moving forward. We're going to try to make this happen. So let's talk about health. We are going to do everything in our power, A-Train Productions, Team A-Train, to make sure that we are safe and make sure that you are safe. The venue has a separate responsibility because we don't own the venue. The venue has a separate responsibility that they are dedicated to, that they've made commitments to us about how they handle stuff. They have told us the measures that they take. We are submitting our requirements and our protocols. So I can guarantee you that A-Train Productions is going to do everything. And I cannot guarantee the venue. I can only tell you what they have said to me. Thank you, Jonquil. I can only tell you what they've said to me about what they do. And so now, here's what I need. Now I need you to do your part. I need y'all to social distance. I need you to wear your mask. One of the things that you're going to find on the website in our guidelines is try to get your group together. Like, you guys need to be in line together. And your group needs to social distance from the next group. When we check you in, we want to check you in together, get you taken care of and seated. So there's not a whole lot of back and forth and a whole lot of running around. Okay, that's very good. We're asking you that. Also, if you will have hand sanitizer around the building, everything is going to be sanitized down. But if you have hand sanitizer, if you have Clorox wipes, if you got alcohol wipes, bring it. We will not be offended. Keep your hands clean. If your table will be clean, but if you want to clean your table again, whatever. We're just going to collectively work together to do everything we can to keep everyone safe and keep this rolling. Okay. And Edith, are you about to make me cry? You about to say something?
What Edith say?
About my cousin. About the corner store and the candy. I'm gonna come back to that because I can't really talk about it without I'm still in that space. So give me a minute before I read that. Okay, so we're gonna collectively do everything we can to keep each other safe. Okay, that is a commitment that we must make to one another. All right. And that's it. That's all I can say about that right now. Cleaning in between shows. So there's a whole sanitation regimen that happens, a chemical cleaning that happens before you come in, and then there's a chemical cleaning that happens in between each show. So please know that we are doing everything we can to have you in a safe environment. We just need everybody to do their part.
Yeah. Okay. So Jonquil said she got her table reserved.
I saw that. Cool.
So I'm sorry. Again, website, go to comedianatrain.com in order to secure your table and get your seating, your tickets and things there. And spread the word.
Yeah, feel free to
spread the word. Because like I said, we've been working on this for months, trying to make sure that, we can, do it where we can really end up serving you. Because a lot of people say, yeah, man, I'm trying to do this for the people. How? And you're putting their lives in danger. No, you're trying to do this because you need some money. And we didn't want to be in the seat of manipulating and endangering the very people who have been in place supporting us from day one. So, and I didn't care how long we had to sit. I don't care how long we had to figure things out, because people was like, you could do a show in the parking lot. And we was like, man, listen, you know we've thought of that? You know what I'm saying? In the parking lot, you do it like for some other
that doesn't work for us.
yeah, for some other comics, you know what I'm saying, and their brand, you know, and the size of their shows, that would work. But for us, you're talking about having 300-400 people in a parking lot, then you have to think of the logistics with that. Because when I hosted the Orlando Jazz Festival, they had it down in the middle of downtown, and it was in a particular field, something like Metropolitan Park, you know, but the field was like kind of gated off, saying that this is where the event, the main stage, and all of that was being held. And you had to pay to get in. Well, across the street, like it was like 100 people sitting there on their lawn chairs, didn't pay at all, but the speakers are outside, so they enjoying the show for free.
I mean, you don't have to use Orlando as an example. That's what folks do for the Fun Fest.
The Fun Fest, yeah, people just sit outside the gate and have a good time. So
and listen, and
I'm like, how
no
can
hate on the tailgate, because the tailgating is a whole party by itself.
Right.
But
we're just saying logistically,
and it is what it is. But for us, because we view our audience in a way, you know, we want to make sure that we're being fair to you, and we are exclusively bringing you something that you can't get anywhere else, or that you could just ride by and pick up.
Right.
I do want to go back to specifically this show. We did not mention my dude gonna be in the building.
Oh yeah, DJ Oxygen, baby.
DJ Oxygen. That's coming from DC. To spin on the ones and twos for us. So we're excited about that. I mean, it's just another cat that's just, it is what it is. He's woven into the fabric. So so he's gonna be there. We're excited to have him. So you got
me, Antoine Murphy, and I think another little
DJ Oxygen
thing, DJ Oxygen, and it's gonna be the full, you know, it's gonna be a full lineup, and we're gonna have a good time. You got your food included into your tickets. You got your drinks included into your ticket. It's socially distanced. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be safe. The aesthetics is going to be there. The brand is going to be maintained. The quality of the show is maintained. Now the ball is in your court. You get your friends, you get your crew, and you guys can have your own table, and you ain't got to worry about nobody infringing upon your space. How Tracy and I was at this comedy club up here in Atlanta the other week, and the night that she went, you know, people, they be happy to see, like, oh, hey, what's up? Do the hand, baby. Stick the hand up how you did.
Oh, they were trying. Right, he went to hug me. I was like...
So, you know, we're serious about this socially distancing thing, man. And so I'm excited. A-Train Live. Split me. A-Train Live. Just hurt my hand. A-Train Live. The VIP experience in an intimate setting, starting November 28th. It's going to be a launching of a series of shows, but the first two are kicking off November 28th. We're going to have two shows in the same night, 7:30 show and then a 9:30 show. The tables and seating are limited in all caps, font 72. When I say it's going to be an intimate setting, listen to me. All right. So don't slip. Like Babe said, if you took, say, like 3 shows that we'll do, like a Friday night show and then 2 shows on a Saturday, if you took the seating for those 3 shows combined, it still will be less than what we would normally do before COVID hit in one show.
Right.
So when we tell you that these seats are limited, we're not trying to blow smoke up your nose.
We just want you to know the seats are limited, but the quality that we're going to bring you will not diminish.
Oh,
we won't have all the bells and whistles, but trust me, you're going to be taken care of, and you're going to appreciate it.
Actually, it increased.
Yeah, you're going to appreciate it.
In a sense.
We put a lot. This was harder to put together than our normal big show, and because of COVID.
Yeah.
So you'll see when you see all the rules and regulations and all the stuff that, you know, we had to type up and create, you know.
And abide by.
And just, you know, put this whole back office together before we could even say that we were doing
So any questions? Does any of you guys have any questions? Thank y'all for logging on with us. We're doing this for you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up right now, and I'll do my best to answer it, address it, or what have you. So in the meantime, spread the word. There's an event that's circulating on my Comedian A-Train fan page on Facebook. I shared it on my personal page as well, the Adrian Smith page. If you see that event and you know you're going, John Quill, thank you for securing your table. Can you go to that event and share it? Let people know that you're going, or select that you're going on that event. I greatly appreciate it. Who else that reserved that table? Was that Edith? Edith secured our table. Edith, if you go to that event on Comedian A-Train page of this here particular show, and select the option showing that you're going, you know what I'm saying, and share that event for me, or what have you. Tag your friends, man. We're doing it big again. We out here. So now the ball is in you guys' court.
Keisha, yes, I don't know if you are just joining us, but there are no individual seats being sold.
What up, Keisha?
Here is the reason why.
Here's the reason why.
This provides an opportunity for each patron to choose who their table mate is going to be. You get to choose who you want sitting at your table. It's just a safer way to do it rather than being paired with a stranger, someone that you don't know. It just makes everyone more comfortable. So what you can do is just buy a table outright and just pick the other 3 people that you want seated with you, or you can get 3 other people and have you guys just pitch in together. But it's one purchase for 4 seats. So to answer your question, yes, they're by table only, and that's the reason. But of course, whoever you pick, just tell them, they owe you whatever the cost is for the individual seat, and we'll do it that way. Yes, it's just gonna to me, it's added value. You have chosen who you're sitting with, so it's people that you know, people that you trust, rather than sitting with somebody and the whole time you can't concentrate because you don't know where they were, the day or night before. Other than that, we will also, I should say, in addition to that, we will follow all CDC guidelines and COVID protocols. They will be followed to the max. Social distancing, highly enforced. Sanitation before, during, and after every show. There's a whole chemical process that you can't even be in the room.
Right.
We will have wipes and hand sanitizer throughout, but we encourage you bring your own as well. Whether that's hand sanitizer, alcohol wipes, Clorox wipes, whatever you get. You got a can of Lysol, feel free. We will not be offended. We will not be offended. So we're going to work together to make this work. All right? Any other questions?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
We're excited. We look forward to seeing you. We miss you guys.
Yep.
We do.
Totally excited.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and get our laugh on. Go ahead and secure your tables. Spread the word. And like I said, go to that event that's on the Comedian A-Train fan page. Share that. If you're going, select that you're going. If you're interested, select that you're interested. You know what I'm saying? So help me get the word out, because people are talking about, I ain't know. Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right. So good night, y'all. We out.
All right. Love y'all.
Deuces.
Bye.